It's not about an outright rejection of foreign manpower coming to Singapore or even immigration. It's about being judicious and calibrated. A calibrated approach to immigration, a calibrated approach to bringing in of foreign manpower, and having a sustained economic policy means really being able to grow at a rate where on the one hand the additions to our local population mix is done at a rate which we can sustain as a society and we can move with that and adapt to it. But at the same time, it's done at a rate where our economy can continue to generate opportunities for our Singaporeans.
Singapore's approach to immigration and importing foreign labor has to be carefully calibrated in order for the Singaporean economy to continue to grow and for Singaporeans to feel comfortable with the changes in our social fabric. That was what Mr. S. Iswaran, Minister in the Prime Minister's Office and Second Minister for Home Affairs and Trade and Industry, said before a dialogue session on population policies in Singapore. Currently, there are 1.46 million foreigners in Singapore. At the dialogue, which was attended by 100 participants, Acting Minister for Manpower Chuan-Jin said that Singapore companies can no longer rely on a free-flowing labour market.
One of the big steps that we feel that companies can do is also to wean ourselves off that access to a fairly free-flowing inflow of labour from before to one where it's a tighter labour market.
Some participants of the dialogue felt that foreign labour is necessary for Singapore's economic survival, but more can be done for Singaporean workers, and foreigners should work harder at integrating into Singapore's society.
Well, my personal feel is that it is a good thing to have that, but how much is enough? I guess that's where we need to actually have a kind of a weightage. And in terms of my own discussion just now when we were in our small little group, we're saying that there's a need for it, but in terms of the return of investment, are we really getting enough out from our foreign talents or our foreigners right now? Well, this again needs to be looked at in terms of the education, in terms of our service support, in terms of our niche areas like biotech, medical, perhaps areas that we are weak in. We might need to be able to bring in a bit more resources. But where there are areas that we are actually strong in as a local, I think there should be enough opportunities to be given to our citizens so that we are able to actually manage that as an overall.
I'm personally fine with having foreigners come in, but I think that better integration definitely needs to happen. It's not just a question of bringing foreigners in and then leaving them there, and it's also not a question of just tapping on the foreigners as a resource, but not sharing our ways of life with them. I think it really is an integration process. If the foreigners can come in, they can speak the same language, or if they're willing to learn the same language, I think there's no problem. But of course, the stresses are felt when that doesn't happen.
Watch our other clips to find out why young Singaporeans don't marry early and have children.